All right, guys, our solar panel array took quite a tumble a couple nights ago. A nasty windstorm, which usually doesn't push in from the north, came blowing in and actually flipped the whole array over, the whole thing, flipped over 10 feet. And amazingly, not a scratch on the panels. That's how well constructed them things are. But because of that, we had to redesign how we had it set up to resist the wind. So we kept the stumps up in the front. We dropped it in the back to give it a little bit of a steeper angle, which we really did want anyway. Now I cut down 2 trees, sunk them into the ground, I'd say 4 feet, 4 feet-ish, somewhere in there. Fucking ooh, that one might have slipped out. Packed them in and chained them. It would take one wicked windstorm to flip this thing. I don't want to say it's impossible, but let's hope it's not. But yeah, we did that on both sides. So it's pretty darn sturdy now. That's what our wiring in the back looks like. So basically, all your panels plug into here, positive and your negative, and then from there, it runs it straight to the battery bank. I don't know if you guys have had a good shot of this yet or not, all done up. Got our vent in the side. We're gonna put a piece of PVC piping in there to keep it 100% watertight. This thing, man, my wife outdid herself on this one. This is why she's an artist. Look how beautiful that came out. We got our ground rod sunk 5 feet into the ground, which was a lot of fun. That's our power going to our camper now in our work trailer. Oh. There's our DC to AC power inverter. There's our charge controller that monitors everything. Here's our circuit breakers. One to the charge controller, one to the inverter. If at any time we need to work on anything, we click these keys and pull them out. Just engages all power coming from the batteries. My wife ran and wired this whole setup, and let me tell you, I looked into solar enough to know it made my head want to explode. So I did what any smart man would do in that situation. Passed the buck to the woman, the smarter one. And she did not fail in this competition. I think it's one of the cleanest wire setups you will ever see. So the power comes in from the panels, runs all the way up and into our charge controller. From the charge controller, it's monitored and regulated into the batteries. From the batteries, it comes back from the charge controller, wired into the batteries, distributing the power amongst them. And then it comes back via this one all the way to the inverter, which converts our power. Now we can take this inverter and hardwire a what's the word I'm looking for? Circuit breaker box. When we build our cabin, it'll be a traditional wiring and to a minimal, and we'll have a circuit breaker box that will hardwire into the inverter. But until then, we have 4 outlets, 1, 2, 3, 4, that give us 1500 watts each outlet. So all of our needs are met pretty well, no complaints. That is a heavy, heavy box lid. But yeah, and then both the charge control and inverter are ground wired into the grounding rod. Yeah, she really outdid herself on this one. Could not be happier. That's it for the solar. Everyone's caught up. Hope you liked. One thing we learned, 2 things we learned when researching solar. Go more. You always want to go bigger. Don't figure out, you have to figure out what your power needs are, but then estimate more into it. Because if you don't, you'll always be trying to play catch up, and it can become a very expensive way to catch up down the road. But other than that, yeah, quite happy with how it turned out. I think everybody came together up here and came out real nice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thumbs up always helps. We're trying to grow the channel. Like I said, see what happens. But always, thanks for coming along for the ride. Let's build a battery bank. The wife is going to work on pulling up those boards to make the bottom hole while I cut some more boards for filling. That's how we get it done, side by side. I wouldn't have it any other way. Today, we'll be drinking a whiskey sour and installing our ground rod. Have fun. got to turn it on. Yeah, that'll do it. You hear that? I hear the birds. I hear the wind. I hear the trees. You know what I don't hear? That damn generator. We are done with it. It's for a backup emergency only. We have our solar project completed.